Hey everyone, welcome to today's deep dive.
Yeah.
We're going to be looking at the Enneagram through like a really interesting lens today.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about symbolic names for the types.
Interesting.
So, if you follow the show, the Enneagram basics.
Yeah.
But we're going to be going a bit deeper
Oh.
and unearthing new layers
Like it.
to what makes each type tick.
Okay.
And the source material for this deep dive is actually some work by Antonio Fernandez Guerrero.
Okay.
And he has a bunch of videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
starting off with...
we're going to decode the Enneagram in a way that you probably haven't heard before.
The balance.
Okay, so
That's what Guerrero calls them. Type 9, the balance.
Yeah.
Now, this isn't just about,
Right.
nines having, a calm demeanor.
One can have a calm demeanor.
Exactly.
Anyone
can have a calm day.
on any given day.
Exactly.
So
it's got to be deeper than that. It goes way deeper.
Yeah.
It's about their core motivation.
Okay.
See, the 9 sits right at the top of the Enneagram symbol.
Okay.
Imagine a scale perfectly balanced.
Oh!
Right.
So they're like the fulcrum.
Yeah.
The point where everything comes into equilibrium.
Precisely.
Oh,
They
yeah.
see all sides.
Yeah.
Seeking harmony, not just within themselves, but in every relationship, every situation.
Yeah, think about it.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed how
I
a
do.
9 can walk into a room full of tension and somehow
Yeah.
things just soften?
They soften,
Yeah.
almost immediately.
It's like they radiate this calming aura.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the power of the balance.
Okay.
But here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
This need for balance
Uh-huh.
can sometimes make it hard for a 9 to assert their own needs.
Oh.
They might merge with others' opinions or avoid conflict to keep the peace.
Okay, so for all of our Type 9 listeners out there,
Yeah.
think about this.
Yeah.
Where do you see this play out in your life?
Where's the balance?
Yeah. Are there times when your desire for harmony overshadows your own voice?
Because knowing this
Yeah.
can help you consciously create that balance where your needs matter too.
That's good.
Now,
Okay.
in stark contrast to the 9, we have
Yeah.
the Type 1, the rod.
Rod, and
Yeah.
right away,
Right away,
you get this sense of
you get a sense of something
something much more rigid.
much more rigid.
Yes.
Yes. If the 9 is a scale-seeking equilibrium, the 1 is a measuring stick.
Ooh.
It symbolizes their precision, their desire for things to be right, accurate, and aligned with their strong sense of morality.
It's like they have this internal blueprint for how things should be,
Yes.
and anything that deviates from that feels off.
It feels wrong.
Yes.
Think about historical uses of a rod. Measurement, discipline,
Uh-huh.
even punishment.
Wow. Okay.
This ties into the one's drive to improve not just themselves,
Right.
but the world around them.
Yeah.
They can be incredible reformers, advocates,
Mm-hmm.
and perfectionists in the best sense.
Okay, but I can also see how that could become a bit intense
Absolutely.
for people in their lives.
The shadow side of the rod
Yeah.
is that it can become a weapon.
Oh.
Think self-criticism,
Right.
judgment of others,
Right.
even a sense of righteousness
Yeah.
that pushes people away.
Okay, so for our Type 1 listeners out there, consider this. How does the rod
How does it?
manifest in your life?
Yeah.
Is it a tool for positive change? Or does it sometimes create more distance than connection?
More distance
Yeah.
than connection.
That's a powerful image to contemplate.
Powerful.
Okay.
Now let's shift gears completely to Type 2, the cornucopia.
The cornucopia.
The 2.
Yeah.
Guerrero's really hit the nail on the head with this one.
Okay.
Imagine a cornucopia overflowing with abundance, fruits, flowers, gifts.
Yeah.
That's the 2's energy.
Mm-hmm.
They're the givers, the nurturers.
Yes.
Always wanting to shower others with love and support.
It's like they have this bottomless well of affection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's more to it than just being generous.
Okay.
Remember, the 2 is connected to image and action on the Enneagram.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about giving.
Okay.
It's about being seen as the giver,
right.
the one who is loving and indispensable.
So it's about how their giving is perceived
Exactly.
by others.
This can be healthy.
Uh-huh.
They take pride in their generosity.
Great.
It brings them joy.
Yeah.
But the shadow side is the potential for codependence.
Oh.
The need to be needed
Yeah.
so much that they lose themselves in the process.
Okay, so for our Type 2 listeners, this is your invitation to reflect
Yeah.
when you give. Is it from a place of genuine overflow?
Yeah.
Or is there a part of you that needs the recognition?
The recognition.
Yeah. It's about checking in with your motivations.
Absolutely.
Okay, next up we have the type 3.
The metal.
The metal.
And you'd be spot on.
And this one immediately brings to mind achievement and recognition.
The 3 is all about shining.
Yeah.
Excelling, being the best.
Uh-huh.
The metal symbolizes the external validation they crave.
Right.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Trophies, awards, even social media likes.
Yeah.
These are all medals in the 3's world.
So it's about being seen as successful.
Exactly.
Accomplished.
The one who's made it.
The one who's made it.
And they're often incredibly driven.
Yeah.
Achieving great things in their chosen fields.
Yeah.
But remember Guerrero's warning?
Oh, yeah.
Not all that glitters is gold. The 3, in their pursuit of the medal,
right,
can lose sight of their authentic self.
It's like they become so focused on the external validation that they forget what truly brings them joy.
Right.
Yeah.
So for our type 3 listeners, I pose this question.
Okay.
What are you chasing?
Yeah.
Is it the medal itself?
Right.
Or the feeling of accomplishment that comes from pursuing something you genuinely love?
Because maybe the real medal is the journey, not the destination.
Ooh, I like that.
All right, let's dive into type 4 territory.
Right.
The rough diamond.
The rough diamond.
Now, this is one that speaks to me on a personal level.
The 4.
Yeah.
Often misunderstood, but oh so deep.
Yes.
The rough diamond perfectly captures their essence.
Okay.
They possess inherent value, a unique brilliance.
Yeah.
But it's not always readily apparent to the world.
Right.
Needs refining, shaping.
It's like they're this beautiful gem.
Yeah.
Still embedded in the rock, waiting to be discovered and polished.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this roughness isn't a flaw. It's their potential.
Ooh.
The 4's journey is about self-discovery, unearthing their authentic self.
Right.
Even if it feels different, raw, or even painful at times.
I can see how this connects to their core desires, to be seen for their depth, their uniqueness, their emotional richness.
And it explains why they're drawn to creative expression.
Yeah.
To exploring the depths of human emotion.
Yes.
They're constantly seeking ways to articulate their inner world.
Right.
To find resonance with others who understand their intensity.
Yes.
So for our type 4 listeners, I invite you to ponder this. How do you express your rough diamond to the world?
Yes.
What are your ways of shaping and polishing your unique gifts, even amidst the imperfections?
Because those imperfections, that rawness is often where the most beautiful art is born.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we've covered the first 5.
The first 5 types, and we're going to take a break.
Take a break, and we'll come back, and we'll cover the last 4 when we get back.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. It's fascinating how these symbolic names reveal these hidden connections, between the types.
Like Guerrero's cracked the code.
He really take the type 5, the bridge.
The bridge.
At first glance, it seems so different from the rough diamond of the 4.
Yeah.
But when you think about it...
They're right next to each other on the Enneagram.
Yeah.
And they both deal with this deep inner world. The 4 expresses it outwardly, while the 5 builds a bridge inward towards knowledge and understanding.
It's like they're both seeking connection, but in completely opposite ways.
Totally.
The 4 yearns to merge, while the 5 observes and analyzes, finding connection through shared knowledge.
And remember that Newton quote.
Oh, yeah.
We build too many walls and not enough bridges.
Okay.
That's the 5 in a nutshell.
Right.
They use their intellect to bridge the gap between their inner world and the complexities of the outer world.
So they're not just withdrawing into isolation, they're actually building bridges to make sense of everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And those bridges can be incredibly valuable, connecting people to new ideas, perspectives, and even solutions.
Right. So for our type 5 listeners, consider this.
Yeah.
What are the bridges you've built in your life?
What bridges have you built?
How have you used your knowledge to connect with others or to make a difference in the world?
Because sometimes the most valuable connections are forged through understanding.
I like that. Okay, speaking of connection, let's talk about the type 6.
Okay.
The crossroads.
Ah, the 6.
Always at a crossroads.
Always.
facing a myriad of choices.
Right.
Each with its own potential for risk and reward.
It's like they're standing in the middle of a giant maze, trying to find the safest path forward.
Exactly. And their anxiety stems from this constant need to make the right decision.
The right one.
To avoid danger and ensure security,
Right.
both for themselves and for those they care about.
For everyone.
I can see how their placement on the Enneagram between the 5 and the 7 plays into this.
It really does.
They're caught between the 5's need for certainty and the 7's desire for experience.
They're trying to reconcile these opposing forces within themselves.
Right.
Which can lead to a lot of inner turmoil.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Their crossroads isn't just about fear and indecision.
No.
It's also about loyalty responsibility.
Yes.
And a deep desire to contribute to something bigger than themselves.
Exactly.
So they're not just running from danger, they're also seeking a purpose, a sense of belonging.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that's where their strength lies.
Okay.
By channeling their anxiety into action, into supporting others and building strong communities.
Yeah.
They find the security and connection they crave.
So for our Type 6 listeners, consider this. How can you embrace the crossroads as a place of potential?
Yes.
Not just fear. How can you use your loyalty and your commitment to create a sense of belonging both for yourself and for others?
Because sometimes the most fulfilling paths are the ones we choose with courage and heart.
I love that. And speaking of paths, let's jump to the Type 7.
All right.
The rainbow. Bursting with vibrant energy, chasing after every exciting possibility, just like a rainbow.
Yeah.
Parsing across the sky.
Across the sky.
It's like they see the world as one giant adventure.
Yeah, it's an adventure.
Filled with endless opportunities for joy and exploration.
For everything.
Yeah. And their placement on the Enneagram, between the 6 and the 8, hints at their unique blend of fear and power. They want to experience it all.
Everything.
But they also want to be in control to steer clear of anything that might dampen their enthusiasm.
Right.
So it's like they're navigating life with one foot on the gas and the other hovering over the brake, ready to swerve away from anything that feels too heavy or intense.
Too heavy.
Yeah. But here's the beauty of the 7. They're masters of reframing.
Oh, yeah.
They can find the silver lining in any cloud, turning challenges into opportunities for growth and adventure.
Exactly.
So for our Type 7 listeners, consider this. How can you channel your boundless energy into pursuits that bring you lasting fulfillment?
How can you savor the journey without getting lost in the pursuit of fleeting pleasures?
Because true joy isn't about chasing rainbows, it's about finding the magic in every moment.
Ooh, I like that.
And finally, we arrive at the Type 8.
Okay.
The sword.
The
A force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Powerful, assertive, and always ready to defend what they believe in.
Oh.
It's like they carry this invisible sword, symbolizing their strength, their authority, and their willingness to fight for justice.
Exactly.
And their placement on the Enneagram between the 7 and the 9 reveals their internal tug of war between intensity and peace.
And peace.
They crave control, but they also long for a world where everyone feels safe and empowered.
Safe and empowered.
So it's like they're trying to create a world where they can finally lay down their sword. And experience true harmony.
Exactly.
But until then, they're the protectors, the ones who step up and fight for those who can't fight for themselves.
So those who can't fight for themselves.
So for our Type 8 listeners, consider this. How can you wield your power with wisdom and compassion?
How can you create a world where strength is used to uplift and empower?
Yeah.
Not dominate or control.
Because true leadership isn't about wielding a sword. It's about inspiring others to find their own strength.
Beautifully said.
Okay.
Beautifully said.
So we've covered all 9 types.
We've done all 9.
Through this amazing lens of symbolic names.
Symbolic names.
You know, it's remarkable how Guerrero's taken something like the Enneagram and given us this whole new way to see it through these symbolic names.
And the best part is, like, they're not meant to, like, replace what we already know about the Enneagram.
Right. It's like adding another dimension to the map.
It's like we've been looking at a 2-dimensional image.
Yeah.
And suddenly someone's handed us 3D glasses.
And suddenly everything pops. Yeah. It's like
you see depths and nuances you couldn't perceive before.
Yeah. And it's not just about understanding ourselves better.
Right.
It's about understanding the people in our lives, too.
Think about it.
Yeah.
If you know someone is a Type 6, the crossroads
Right.
You can approach their anxieties with more empathy.
Yeah.
You understand why they need reassurance,
Right.
why they might overthink things, and how their loyalty drives them to create safety and stability for themselves and those they love.
And if you're dealing with a type 3, the metal,
You're right.
you can recognize that their drive for achievement isn't just about ego.
Right. It's often rooted in a deep need to prove their worth, to feel valuable and successful.
Yeah.
And knowing this can help you support them in a way that feels authentic and meaningful.
It's about seeing beyond the surface to the heart of what motivates each type.
Because at the end of the day, we're all just trying to navigate this crazy thing called life.
Yeah.
The best way we know how.
So for our listeners, here's a challenge.
Okay.
Take some time to reflect on which symbolic name resonated most with you.
And how this new understanding can help you grow or connect more deeply with the people in your life.
Maybe Guerrero sparks something in you.
Maybe.
What would your symbolic name be?
What image or metaphor perfectly captures the essence of your Enneagram type?
It might surprise you what you discover.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the symbolic world of the Enneagram.
We hope you've gained some fresh perspectives.
And maybe even a little more self-awareness along the way.
And remember, the journey of self-discovery is ongoing.
Keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
Keep embracing the beauty.
And keep embracing the beauty of your unique Enneagram type.